Okay, we're going to move on now here to the important prefixes in the metric system, in the SI system. And I want you to beware of these negative exponents. I'll tell you why to beware of these negative exponents in a little bit. There are many prefixes in the metric system that we will not need to know for this class. There's deca and deci and atto and femto and pico and hecta and all those others that we don't need to know. But there are 8 that we need to be familiar with. These are the 8. There are 4 that are larger than 1, and there are 4 that are smaller than 1. Among the 4 that are larger than 1, they are all capitalized except for the kilo, which is a lowercase k. We have tera. That's 1 times 10 to the 12. What does 1 times 10 to the 12 mean? 1 times 10 to the 12, that means a 1 with 12 zeros after it. So a 1 with 12 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a million, billion, trillion. A trillion. A trillion, a tera. They both start with T, don't they? A tera and a trillion. So a teragram is a trillion grams. A terabyte of storage space on your hard drive is a trillion bytes. Not exactly. It's a kind of a quirk in the way that a computer storage is handled, but it's intended to be that way. 1 times 10 to the 12. The prefix capital G is giga, and it is pronounced giga, not giga. It's giga, and it's 1 times 10 to the 9th, so 1 with 9 zeros. And that is a billion. So a gigabyte is a billion bytes. A gigagram, a gigaliter, a gigameter, that's a billion of those units. Mega, we know that those are 1 times 10 to the 6. That's a million, mega million, right? Mega millions. Tera means a trillion, mega means a million. Kilo is 1,000, 1 times 10 to the 3. 3 zeros after it, okay? Tera, giga, mega, kilo. Now is where it gets a little bit more challenging. These negative exponents kind of tend to throw people when we get into conversions. However, the 4 units of measurement that indicate that it is smaller than 1, centi, milli, micro, and nano. C, M, and this is a Greek micro, and then an N. That Greek micro is kind of like a U with a swoopy part on the front of it. So it's like this, and then a U, right? Just a long tail and then a U. It's a micro. It's a Greek letter. All right, centi means 1 times 10 to the minus 2. And this is the way we write 1 times 10 to the minus 2. It also means 1/100th, right? So if I have a centimeter, it is 0.01 meters, or 1/100th of a meter. If I have a centimeter that is 1/100th of a meter, how many centimeters are in a meter? Well, there are 100 centimeters in a meter, aren't there? And that's why it gets a little bit confusing, because there are a lot more than 1 of these units in the base unit. The prefix means it is less than 1. But if you have a prefix that's less than 1, that means that you have more than 1 of these units in the base unit. Milli is 1/1000th. Micro is 1 times 10 to the minus 6. So the decimal is not 1, 2, 3 places over, it's 6 places over. 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Notice that 10 to the negative 2 means we have 1 0 between the decimal and that number, that 1. 1 times 10 to the minus 3, we have 2 decimals. 2 zeros. 1 to the minus 6, we have 5 zeros, and then a 1. So this is 1/1,000,000th, isn't it? And then nano, very important. Nanotechnology is very, very important. It's growing by leaps and bounds. It's very important in materials science. Nano means 1 times 10 to the minus 9. So that means it must have how many zeros after the decimal? 8, right? 1, 2, 7, 8. 1 times 10 to the minus 9th. So you can imagine that if this used to be a 1 with a decimal there, the decimal went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. Oh, I only put, there, we need 1 more 0. There we go. Thought that looked short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. There we go. So this is 1/1,000,000,000th. Nano is 1/1,000,000,000th. How many nanometers are in a meter? If a nanometer is 1/1,000,000,000th of a meter, then there must be 1,000,000,000 nanometers in a meter. Okay? All right. So you're going to need to know these metric units. You'll need to know the abbreviations, the prefixes, and the numbers that they represent.